Hello ladies and gentlemen, Q-300 here bringing you another Minecraft modern aircraft tutorial. And this tutorial will be going ahead and building the de Havilland Canada Dash 8 Q-300. The de Havilland Canada DHC-8, commonly known as the Dash 8, is a series of turboprop powered regional airliners introduced by de Havilland Canada DHC in 1984. DHC was later bought by Boeing in 1988, then by Bombardier in 1992, then by Longview Aviation Capital in 2019, reviving the de Havilland Canada brand. Powered by two Pratt & Whitney Canada PW100s, it was developed from the Dash 7 with improved cruise performance and lower operational costs, but without the STOL performance. Initially, there were three sizes offered. The version we have in front of us here is the Q-300, which was a bit of a stretch version compared to the 100 and 200 versions, and was just a little bit of a later upgraded model. This isn't the peak line of the de Havilland Canada Dash 8 series, though. There is a newer version, the Dash 400, which went into production in 2009, which replaced the previous three models. But this one here is still a really cool aircraft. The other one is or I should say the 400 series is basically the same thing, just a little bit more stretch. But it's a really cool build and should be a cool addition to any of your airports, or you can even modify this into the E9A widget, which is used by the United States. I can't remember if it's Air Force or Navy, one of the two, but they actually do have a military version of this as well. But this here is just the standard civilian version, which again you can modify, put liveries, and do whatever you want. Before we go and take a look at this build, I want to go ahead and give a big thanks to the commissioner of this build, and that is going to be Fazzies. If you guys are interested in commissioning a build of your own, feel free to go ahead and send an email to garrett2x4@gmail.com with any free inquiries, and maybe we can work something out, and you can have a commission of your own as well. But with that, let's go ahead and dive in here and take a look at the build. So obviously with this build we do have a in-flight and landed version. The in-flight version here we'll start with pretty straightforward stuff. Like, I mean, your pretty much typical airliner here. You have your front nose of the aircraft, the cockpit, the boarding doors here on the sides. You then have all your windows on the side of the aircraft. And it also seems to be like these larger cargo doors on the back here of the plane as well. I imagine the cargo storage somewhere in the tail here is the reason for that. We then have the wings, which are kind of an over kind of wing design with an engine on each one. So you have two engines. Again, this is a turboprop, so a prop-driven aircraft. And then you have the tail here, vertical stabilizer and horizontals. Overall, really cool build. Again, should make a really cool addition to any of your worlds if you're trying to get a civilian airliner into them. But with that, that's going to do it for this overview, and let's go ahead and move into the landed version as well. Just real quick, I want to show you guys the landing gear for that. So you have the landing gear in the front and the landing gear on the back as well, so you can have both a landed and in-flight version at the end of this tutorial. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and move into our tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layers here. We'll be going ahead and start with layers 1 and 2. We'll start with layers 1 and 2 because layer 1 is basically really simple. It's really just a glass pane and a wall. But layer 2 is kind of the main layer here, but we'll just go ahead and combine them to make things a little bit easier for it. If you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials, the way I like to structure these tutorials, I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means, I'm going to be building the entire sideline of the aircraft on camera, the right side, and then it'll be up to you guys to copy the left side over. This aircraft is symmetrical, so whatever we do on one side will be done to the other, which makes things pretty easy for us. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive in here to this. Now, if you are interested in building the landed version of the aircraft, this part right here is something you need to pay attention to. We're going to be building this aircraft as if it's in flight, and then going back and adding the landing gear on as a modification to the in-flight version. To make sure you have your aircraft positioned properly, you want to make sure layer 2 here is at that third level up from the ground level. You can see we have 2 blocks of space between this and this layer here. Very important to make sure that is correct, because if not, when you go back to put the landing gear on, the aircraft is not going to sit right on the ground. So again, we have 2 full blocks of space between this layer we're going to be starting with here and the ground level. To start this first layer, we're going to place down a smooth quartz full block, and we're going to go ahead and place down 2 upside down pistons going forward from that block. If you are not on Java and don't have access to a tool called the debug stick, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a quartz full block and a quartz upside down stair as an alternative to those 2 blocks. However, for Java, and if you have the debug stick, we're going to place down the 2 pistons. Then we're just going to place down a smooth quartz top slab on the very tip there like so. After that's done, going back from this quartz block here, we're going to place down a long row of smooth quartz all the way down the build. And this right here is going to be a total of 32 quartz blocks. Little side note here is anytime I say quartz, I'm going to be referring to smooth quartz. We will not be using any regular quartz on this build, so anytime I say quartz, please use smooth quartz instead. So just keep that in mind going further. On the back here, we're going to place down another 2 upside down pistons. Again, these pistons can be substituted out, and for this, I'd probably honestly just place down 2 quartz full blocks instead of the pistons here. So again, kind of an alternative there, or you can honestly place down maybe a quartz full block and a quartz upside down stair as an alternative to that. But basically, you're going to have one of those 2 options there. Then we're going to place down 2 quartz top slabs coming off that last piston there, and then 2 iron trapdoors to wrap that up. To the sides here, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors coming off those top slabs, and then we want to place down a total of 3 quartz top slabs going forward. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of quartz upside down stairs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 quartz full blocks, and then a quartz top slab coming off that stair there in the front, and then a skeleton skull to both sides of this piston or stair, whichever you have placed there. And once you have that done, we're going to go ahead and then count our quartz blocks down the middle here, and we want to go ahead and go to our 10th block back. So this 10th block back, we're going to go ahead and drop down a white stained glass pane and then a direct wall right behind it, and that's going to be in that center there like so. Once you have that all done, that is going to complete everything we have for layers 1 and 2. Here is a top-down view of what that should look like from up above. And make sure you take that right side and transfer it over to the left side. With that all done, though, that is going to conclude everything for layers 1 and 2, and we'll be moving on to layer number 3. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a quartz slab that's going to go on top of this quartz top slab here in the front. We're going to then place down a quartz full block directly back from that quartz slab. Go into the very back tail of our aircraft. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 quartz blocks on top of these 2 iron trapdoors here. Then we're going to place down 2 more quartz blocks back, so it sticks past that iron trapdoor by 2. We're going to go then place down 2 upside down pistons, 2 quartz top slabs, and 2 iron trapdoors. Again, for the pistons here, you can go ahead and substitute this out for a full block and a quartz top slab instead of the pistons. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 iron trapdoors to the sides here of these quartz top slabs, and then we want to place down 2 quartz top slabs to the side of these 2 pistons here. We're going to go then place down 2 smooth quartz upside down stairs, then 2 smooth quartz full blocks with white stained glass panes coming off the side of those full blocks. We're going to then go off the glass pane with a row of 1 quartz upside down stair, and then we're going to place down 3 polished diorite upside down stairs like this going forward. We also want to go ahead and place down 2 smooth quartz full blocks on top of those iron trapdoors just to cover up those gaps there. Continuing on, we're going to take our quartz upside down stairs. We're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 quartz upside down stairs. Then 1, 2 polished diorite upside down stairs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 quartz upside down stairs. We're going to go ahead and go diagonal from the stair, 1, 2, 3 quartz blocks, 2 white stained glass panes coming off these first 2 blocks, a iron trapdoor here, and then we're going to place down a polished diorite wall here in this corner space. Now, for my Java players, you're going to go type the command /give @p Minecraft :debug_stick. So this command right here, press enter, will give you this glowing stick. You're going to left click this iron trapdoor till you get selected open false, or right click that, set that to true, and it'll lay flat against the side of the aircraft. You can go ahead and substitute this for a birchwood trapdoor if needed, or just disregard the trapdoor altogether as it's not an essential part of the build. With that though, that's basically it for this layer. I don't really think there's anything much here for us left to do, and yep, that looks pretty good. So here's a top-down view from what that looks like. You're going to go ahead and again take the left side and copy it over to the right side, and that's going to conclude everything we have there for layer number layer number 3 of the build. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on up to layer number 4. Moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to get started with here, we're going to go ahead and begin with by placing down a quartz slab over this space here, directly back from that quartz full block, and then we're going to place down a quartz block right behind that quartz slab for the front center line. Moving to the rear of the aircraft, we're just going to place down 2 quartz full blocks on top of these 2 iron trap doors. We're going to place down 1 more quartz full block back, and then 2 pistons like this upside down. You can go ahead and also, again, place down a quartz full block and upside down stair as an alternative to the pistons. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 quartz top slabs and then an iron trap door like that on the end there. We then want to go ahead and take our our smooth quartz top slabs. We're going to place down 2 top slabs next to those pistons, and then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 quartz upside down stairs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quartz full blocks. On the second and third quartz blocks from the rear, we're going to place down iron trap doors. Again, use your debug stick to close them the same way we did for the front. And you can use, again, birchwood trap doors as an alternative or disregard them altogether. We're going to place down 2 white stained glass panes, and then we just want to place down a row of 4 of diorite walls. We then want to place down a quartz full block, and we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 polished diorite blocks. After that, we're going to place down a quartz full block, a black stained glass block, a quartz block, black stained glass, and you're going to alternate this pattern all the way down the side of the aircraft. And I'll tell you guys here, or I'll give you guys a final count here once I get to the stopping point on how many glass blocks you have. But again, just this alternating pattern all the way along here, and you're going to basically stop right here, right before you get to those diorite stairs. So in total here, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 windows. So again, that's 12 windows all the way along the side here. We're going to go ahead and place down a quartz full block right here, and then we're going to place down 2 polished diorite full blocks, then 1, 2, 3, 4 quartz blocks forward, and then a white stained glass pane. A quartz block on the inside here of the pane, and then a quartz slab, and then a iron trap door like that in front of the slab. We're also going to place down a skeleton skull at a slight angle like that, and that's going to help basically round off the front there for our nose. Now also in the front here, if you are not planning on doing an interior for the build, I would recommend going ahead and taking black concrete and just placing it here behind the glass blocks, just to help kind of block off the view into the inside hollow area of the aircraft. Just a nice little way to kind of make this look a lot more nicer. So that is going to basically create the kind of a more black look to the windows and just kind of makes it look a little bit more filled in, I guess you can say. With that all done though, we're going to go ahead and then build our way out to the sides. We do have our very bottoms of our engines. We're going to be going ahead and starting here. So for this, we want to go ahead and start off by building a total of 5 blocks out to the side. So we're going to go ahead and go to our 4th window from the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks to the side. After that, we're going to place down a iron trap door. So we're going to place down an iron trap door here, and then 1 more forward. Going back from the iron trap doors, we're going to take our smooth quartz. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 smooth quartz top slabs, and then 1, 2 iron trap doors after that. And that is going to basically kind of complete what we have there for the engine so far. Obviously, as we progress through these next few layers, we're going to go ahead and expand upon those. We can delete any of these markers that we placed or blocks that we used to build out to the side. And that right there is going to conclude what we have here for this layer. One thing I do want to go ahead and also throw in there is we can take some black concrete and also fill this space in here on the front. Again, just to kind of help close this off for basically the cockpit as well. So if you're not doing an interior, you can close that off like that. Anyways though, that is going to complete everything we have for layer 4 of the build, and with that we'll be moving on to layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we're going ahead and moving into layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with this build, we're going to be going ahead and placing down another brick stair up here on the front like so. Behind this, we're going to place down 2 black concrete blocks just to kind of close this area off. You can resort to glass if you want to do the cockpit, or you can just kind of leave this space open here. But again, I'm going to be filling this in with black concrete just to kind of help, fill in that space there and make it less empty. So we have our 2 black concrete blocks and that narrow brick stair, and that's going to do it for the front center line. Moving to the rear, we're going to go ahead and go to the last quartz top slab, so right here, and we're going to place down a black concrete block on top of that. We then want to go ahead and place down an iron trap door coming off that black concrete block there toward the rear, and that is going to be the APU exhaust. And then we want to go and place down a smooth quartz block right in front of it. To the side here, we're going to place down a diorite wall and then 2 white stained glass panes on the side there, like so. Going forward from the direct wall, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 quartz full blocks. I'm going to go and double check my count here since I had that misclick. It is going to be 13. Then take our white stained glass panes. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white stained glass panes. And then 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors, which we'll go ahead and use our debug stick here again and close. Again, those could be substituted for birchwood trapdoors, are not included at all. We're going to place down a smooth quartz stair on top of this block here, and then we're going to go ahead and go forward with 3 polished diorite stairs. So going ahead and continuing on here after those stairs, we're going to go and take our smooth quartz and we're going to build 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 smooth quartz stairs, 2 polished diorite stairs, and then 1, 2 smooth quartz stairs as well. We're going to go ahead and then place down a black stained glass block next to this one here and a black concrete block behind that. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off this block here, and then a line of 2 of black stained glass panes on the side there of those blocks. And that there is going to basically finish what we have there for the fuselage portion, and then we have a bit to do here for the engines. Now the engines here, again, pretty straightforward and simple stuff. We're going to start off by going ahead and just placing down a black concrete block on top of this iron trap door here. We're going to place down a quartz top slab forward from it, and then an iron trap door. We're going to go back from that black concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 blocks in length. So again, 14 back should stick one past this iron trap door on the rear here. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a piston. We're going to place down an upside down piston on the bottom here, like so, and then a quartz top slab coming off that piston. Then we want to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull. That's going to go on both sides of the piston here. And then grabbing our white stained glass panes and andesite walls, or sorry, diorite walls, we're going to place down a white stained glass paint on both sides here forward of the skeleton skulls. And then we're going to place down diorite walls going all the way forward until we get to this quartz slab, and that's where we're going to stop. And same thing over here, all the way along the side here, going back like that. And that right there is going to wrap up what we have for layer number 5 of the build. Here again is a top-down view once we have everything completed and transferred over to both sides. With that though, we'll be going ahead and moving on to our next layer, which will be layer number 6. Moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 7. For layer 7 to start with, we're going to place down a quartz slab on front here on top of this black concrete block, followed by a piston behind that, and then we want to place down a row of smooth quartz all the way down the center line of the build for a total of 48 blocks. Then we're just going to place down a white stained glass pane on the very end, like that. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull at a slight angle on top of this second glass pane here, and then a skeleton skull dead on with that wall there. We then want to place down 2 quartz slabs forward, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 quartz stairs forward. We'll double check the count here, but again, it should be 17. We're going to take our smooth quartz. We're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I actually went a little too far back here. So let me go ahead and get an accurate count here of the full blocks. It's going to only be 13 full blocks. We're going to go then switch back to our quartz stairs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 13 quartz stairs, and then 2 quartz slabs forward like that. So that is going to make the front there, again, after this piston, or this piston can be swapped out for a quartz stair or something equivalent, and that is going to form your main kind of portion of the fuselage here. Now moving into the wings, we're going to place down a skeleton skull that's going to come off this second quartz full block from the front, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of quartz upside down stairs. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upside down stairs along the side here. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 skeleton skulls. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some iron trapdoors as well as some dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 4 dark oak wood trapdoors on the leading edge of the wing, and it's going to be coming off this quartz stair. Behind that, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 quartz top slabs, a second row of 4, a third row, and then a fourth row like that across. Then we're going to take our iron trapdoors, place down 2 rows of 4, again after that, just like that. And that is going to basically complete what you have there for that first segment of the wing. Then continuing on, we're going to place down a quartz full block on top of this iron trapdoor where our engine is. We're going to place down a black concrete block going forward from that, as well as a wither skeleton skull there on the tip of it. We're going to take our smooth quartz, we're going to go back from this quartz block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down a piston on this last one here, and then a skeleton skull to both sides of that piston. The piston here can be substituted for a quartz stair, so you can do something like that instead. After that though, we're going to go ahead and then grab our white stained glass panes. We're going to place down 2 white stained glass panes to each side. And then going forward from that, we're going to go ahead and take our direct walls and just build a row of direct walls all the way forward until you get to this line right here. So the previous row of walls we placed, and then a white stained glass pane on that forward block. And we're going to do the same thing over here as well. So just like this all the way on the side of the aircraft. And it will look basically something like that there for your engine. Now with that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a segment of 2 of dark oak with trapdoors here to the side. And we're going to go ahead and then take our smooth quartz and we're going to place down a row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 top slabs, and then a row of 3 of top slabs. We're going to go and take our iron trapdoors. We're going to go ahead and go back 2 iron trapdoors from that row of 4, and then 3 iron trapdoors from the row of 3. On the very outside here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak trapdoor here, and then we want to go and go back a row of 4 of iron trapdoors, so 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we're going to place down another dark oak trapdoor here to the side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 iron trapdoors back from that as well. Then we're just going to go ahead and place down one more dark oak trapdoor to the side here, and another 3 iron trapdoors back from it to go ahead and finish off that last segment we have of the wing for this layer. After that is all done, we also want to go ahead and take the time now to go to our front of our engines, and we can just go ahead and put the props on the aircraft so we don't have to worry about it later. For the props here, pretty straightforward. We're going to go ahead and go up 1, 2, 3, 4 polished black stone walls. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 polished black stone walls. We're going to go ahead and then place down 4 dark oak wood fence gates to the side, and you probably guessed it, on the other side here, 4 fence gates as well. And that is going to be our props for the aircraft, and of course we're going to be doing the same thing here to both sides once you have the other side copied over. So pretty simple stuff, and you have your props in place and good to go going forward. You can also do them angled if you want to, but as long as you have 4 blades on here, however you want to do them, go for it and go crazy. So yeah, that right there is going to conclude what we have here for this layer. As you can see, it's really starting to come together. The fuselage is closed off, and we're going to go ahead and be kind of focusing now mostly into our wings. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, which will be layer number 7. Moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 7. For layer number 7, to go ahead and get started with this, we're going to place down a white stained glass pane that's going to be on that 3rd smooth quartz block back, and then we're going to place down a direct wall right behind it. After that's done right there, that's going to be the front, and we're going to go ahead and go back to this section here. Now we have this second row of 3 of smooth quartz full blocks across. We're going to go ahead and then place down a daylight detector on top of that center block, turn that to the night mode, so that light bluish gray color, a quartz slab, and then we're going to place down a row of pistons. These pistons can be substituted for quartz full blocks if you choose to, but these pistons, again, for my Java players, are going to be really nice for us shaping the wings. So again, you can either choose between the pistons or quartz full blocks in this scenario. Continuing down our center line, we have these 2 pistons or full blocks, then a quartz slab, a quartz stair with the back of the stair facing toward the front of the aircraft, 2 daylight detectors, turn to the night mode, and then an iron trap door. We're going to skip a space, place down 2 iron trap doors, 2 daylight detectors, turn to the night mode, 2 quartz slabs, and then we're going to place down a quartz slab and a quartz full block, or 2 pistons. So again, Java, I'll place down 2 pistons. After that, we're going to have a long row of smooth quartz going down the center here for a total of 15 blocks, and it's going to end with a direct wall on top of this glass pane. Going back up to the wings, we're going to go ahead and start expanding the wings. We're going to place down a daylight detector coming off this one here, then a smooth quartz slab, then 2 pistons, and then 2 smooth quartz slabs, and then another 2 daylight detectors turned to that night mode. Again, anytime we place daylight detectors here on the wing, we're going to turn it to that night mode, and then 2 iron trapdoors like that back. Then up here on the front, we're going to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull, and then a quartz slab back from the skull, We're going to place down 2 pistons again, 2 quartz slabs, and then 2 daylight detectors again. Then our next segment here, we're going to take our polished blackstone slabs. We're going to place down 4 slabs across those trap doors, and from the back from each one of those polished blackstone slabs, we're going to place down pistons like that. We then want to go ahead and go to our first 3 pistons here. We're going to place down 2 quartz slabs back like so, and on this last one, we're going to place down a row of 3. We're going to go ahead and then fill in the remaining space on top of these iron trap doors with daylight detectors, and again have that light blue color. Now once we get to this point, we're going to go ahead and go to the front of the engine. We're going to place down a quartz slab, or first actually an iron trap door on top of this quartz block, then a quartz slab, and then we're going to place down 2 pistons. These pistons can be substituted by placing down a quartz stair instead and a quartz full block as alternatives, but for us we're going to be going ahead and using pistons on Java. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quartz full blocks down the center here. And to the sides of the pistons, or these 2 blocks up here, we're going to place down 2 skeleton skulls. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these diorite walls to the sides of those blocks. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a segment of 2 pistons down the center here. And then 2 quartz slabs to the sides of those pistons. We're going to go ahead and then place down again 1, 2 quartz slabs down the center here. This is going to be followed with a daylight detector on top of those first walls on the side of that first slab. Then we're going to place down another daylight detector here, and then we're going to place down an iron trap door. And real quick also for these 2 pistons here, you can do the same thing we did before, quartz full block and a quartz stair as an alternative. But that right there is what it's going to look like for the engines and getting those set up. Now this next section here, we're going to go ahead and take some polished blackstone slabs, and we're going to go ahead and place down 2 slabs on top of these 2 dark oak with trap doors. We're going to go ahead and then take pistons, and we're going to go ahead and place down 2 rows of 3 of pistons going back from those slabs. Again, those can be used, quartz full blocks can be used instead as an alternative. Then taking our quartz slabs, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 1, 2, and then a row of 2 of daylight detectors on the back here, turn to that night mode like that. After we have that all done, we're going to go ahead and then take our polished blackstone slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along this section here. Going back from that first one, we're going to place down 3 pistons. Then we want to place down a quartz full block, and then 2 pistons, and then another quartz full block, and then another 2 pistons. Or, sorry, actually 2 quartz blocks, and then 1 piston here on the end. We're going to go and take our quartz slabs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 quartz slabs across, and then 1 more to the side here, and then we're going to place down 3 quartz full blocks between that slab in the front and slab in the back. After that is all complete there, for this next row, we're going to place down just a row of 1, 2, 3 quartz full blocks and a smooth quartz top slab on the very back. We then want to go ahead and go to our front, and we're going to place down a upside down piston. Instead of this piston, you can go ahead and use black concrete as an alternative. And then behind this, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz with a smooth quartz top slab like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down another upside down piston. Again, this could be black concrete. And then behind this, we're going to place down 3 more pistons upside down. These here would be white concrete blocks as an alternative. Then a quartz top slab on the very back there. We're going to go ahead and place down another upside down piston here on the front, black concrete. Then 3 more back again, white concrete. And then another top slab like right there. Then our next segment, again, a upside down piston, black concrete, and then we have 1 and 2 pistons back, so these could be 2 white concrete, and then we're just going to place down 2 quartz top slabs going toward the back. So it's going to look like that there for that wing there. And if you have the pistons placed, you can also go ahead and grab some dark oak wood signs, and just to kind of help keep that darker color a little bit more for the black strip of the lean edge, we can go ahead and add some dark oak wood signs to the side of the pistons. After that, though, we're going to go ahead and then place down a polished blackstone top slab that's going to come off this second piston here, and then we're going to place down 1 and 2 more top slabs to the side there. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz top slabs and another 3 smooth quartz top slabs. On the very wingtip here, we want to go ahead and grab some dark oak wood trapdoors, and we'll place down 1, 2, 3 trapdoors. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors and 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors as well to go ahead and bring us to that tip of the wing. And after we have that all done, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for this layer. Here is a top-down view of what it should look like. Again, you got a lot more of the wing coming together, and things are starting to starting to really come together for this build. So with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 8. All right, guys, so moving into our next layer here, we have layer 8. Layer 8 is going to basically just be mostly a lot of wing work and just a little bit of the vertical stabilizer. So let's go and dive into it. Now, for our vertical stabilizer here, we're going to go ahead and go after these pistons here. We're going to go and go these 2 quartz blocks. That 3rd and 4th block back from the pistons, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors on top, 2 daylight detectors, turn that night mode, 2 quartz slabs, and then we have our 2 pistons. Again, this could be a quartz and slab, or quartz slab and full block replacement instead if you want to, but again, for us on Java, we'll be using the pistons. We're going to go ahead and then place down a remainder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quartz full blocks, so it ends on top of that area wall, and that's going to basically form the start there of our vertical stabilizer, continuing that on. Now, after that's done, we're going to be going ahead and now focus our attention here to our wing. So for our wing of the build, we're going to start off by going ahead and going to these top of the pistons here. We're going to place down a row of black carpet on top of those. And we want to go ahead and take our iron trapdoors and place down a row of 4 right behind that. We're going to go ahead and then go to the 3rd iron trapdoor here from the middle, place down an iron trapdoor back, and then 1, 2, 3 over, so you have a total of 4 there. And then we're just going to go ahead and go off this one right here. We're going to place down another iron trapdoor back, and then 1, 2, so you have a total of 3. Now after that is done, we're going to go ahead and take our white carpet, and we're just going to go ahead and basically place down a total of 4 white carpet here, and then we have 3 on the back. Then we have again 1, 2, 3 right here, and then we have 1, 2, 3 up on top there like that. So it just kind of helps follow the shape there a little bit of the wing. Then for this outside section here, we're going to take our daylight detectors, so we can go and grab them from here, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we're going to turn them to that night mode, and then we want to go ahead and place down a row of polished blackstone slabs, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the very tip here, we're going to place down a block kind of below this slab, and we're going to place down a skeleton skull, about a 45-degree angle there for the wing tip. Going back from this, we're going to place down a quartz slab, and then 1 and 2 more quartz slabs, so you have a total of 3 there. And then taking our daylight detectors, we're going to place down 4, connecting to that iron trapdoor, and turn those to that night mode. Then we're going to place down another 2 quartz slabs on the back here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 daylight detectors. Again, turn these to the night mode, just like that for the wings. And then on the tips of the wings here, we're going to be going ahead and grabbing ourselves some item frames and some beds. Now you'll need a red and green bed, and I would recommend at this point to go ahead and copy both sides over for each other. But on the left side of the wing, on this quartz slab, you're going to have a bed sideways in the item frame, and it's going to be obviously a red bed there. And then on the other side, we're going to have green, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to go ahead and go over the other side, place down the item frame. In that item frame, we're just going to place down a green bed, rotated sideways like so, and then a birchwood sign if you're on Java, to help kind of blend it in a little bit better. And that right there is just, again, the navigation lights for the aircraft. So nothing too special for that at all. At this time, though, we pretty much have the main structure all done here for this layer. At this point in time, though, I do want to go ahead and, for my Java players, take the time to go ahead and talk about the pistons. Now, what we're going to do here for these is we're going to go ahead and grab our debug stick. We're going to go up to the pistons. We're going to left click till we get selected extended false. We're going to go ahead and right click that, set that to true. And we're going to go ahead and do this for every single one of the pistons on the aircraft. There are quite a few pistons on this aircraft, so just make sure you get them all. But basically this is just going to help with the shaping overall for the aircraft and just kind of give us a better, more natural looking, slopes and shapes for the wings and all that stuff. So again, just go ahead and take the time now, go around to all your pistons and make sure you go ahead and use your debug stick on them and all that stuff. Keep in mind though that you do not want to break any of the blocks around these pistons, so if you plan on doing a livery or some kind of paint job on this aircraft, it may be best to kind of hold off on placing these pistons until you get those blocks in place, because anytime you break a block or place a block next to these pistons, your blocks will update and it will cause the piston to revert back, and it will do it for all of them. So that it touches. So it can be quite a bit of pistons. You'll have to go back and redo. So again, if you're doing a livery, might be best just to go ahead and wait till you have that in place. But anyways, once we have that done, we have the undersides of our wings done, tops and everything like that, and you can see the shape of this aircraft is really just kind of starting to make a little more sense and look a lot better overall. So again, that right there is going to be it for layer number 8 of the build, and with that we'll go ahead and move into our next segment of layers, working on the vertical stabilizer. Moving into our next segment of layers here, we're going to be working on layers 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So quite a bit here, but this is going to go ahead and get us all the way up to that horizontal stabilizer on the top of the tail. Now to start with, we're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block right here on this space, and we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz blocks back. A trapdoor on the back here. Again, we'll use our debug stick to close. You can again replace that with a birchwood trapdoor or disregard, whatever you choose. We're going to place down a black stained glass pane on top of this, then a black concrete block again, and then a row of smooth quartz, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a white stained glass pane on the end. We're going to go ahead and then place down a black concrete block on top of that one there, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth quartz back, this time with a diorite wall on the end. Then going up again, we're going to place down another black stained glass pane on top of this block here, black concrete right behind that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth quartz blocks. Then going up from this, we're going to go ahead and go up to the black concrete. We're going to place down another black concrete block, then 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth quartz. Again, an iron trapdoor on the end here. Close it with a debug stick there. Then a black stained glass pane on top of this black concrete behind the glass pane, and then 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz blocks back, and then a white stained glass pane like that for your vertical stabilizer. Okay, so once we have this point done, we're going to go ahead and set up a little bit of the outline for our horizontal stabilizers we're going to get into in the next layer. For this, we're going to go ahead and go to the black concrete. We're going to place down 3 iron trapdoors to the side there. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 directly behind that. And then another row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to go and do one more row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's going to bring us all the way out to the side there. We're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that right there basically creates your horizontal stabilizers, and that is what you need there for that. With that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer of the build, which should be completing the top there. Should be layer number 15. So with that, let's move into our last final layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 15. For this layer to start with, we're going to go ahead and place down a piston on top of this block here and a second piston behind it. This here can be substituted for a black concrete block and then a quartz stair facing this direction like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a quartz slab and then an iron trapdoor right behind that to go ahead and help get our shape going here for the top of the vertical stabilizer. Now for the horizontals, we're going to place down 2 polished blackstone slabs out to the sides, and we're also going to place down 3 blocks that go off these iron trapdoors to the sides as well. On top of those blocks, we're going to place down wither skeleton skulls. And we're going to do the same thing here on both sides like this for some of the shaping. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down 3 polished blackstone slabs on the last 3 slabs, or the last 3 iron trapdoors there. And then we're just going to place down smooth quartz slabs all the way across to connect us up to the piston there in the middle. So it's going to look like that. Then we want to take our daylight detectors. We're going to place down a row of daylight detectors across the iron trapdoors all the way across. Again, turn these to that night mode, like so. And then we want to go and take our iron trapdoors and then place down a row all the way along the side, the top there of the last line of iron trapdoors. Then taking our debug stick here for Java players, we're just going to right click these 2 pistons like that, and that right there is going to wrap up everything we have for the in-flight version of the Dash 8 Q-300. At this point in time, that's it for the in-flight version, and we're going to be going ahead and now moving on to the landing gear. So those of you that do want to put the landing gear on the aircraft, that is what we're going to cover next. If you're just here for the in-flight version, hope you do enjoy the build and are able to put it to good use, and please be sure to give me credit for the build if you do end up using it in any way, shape, or form. With that though, let's go ahead and move on to the landing gear. Moving into our landing gear, we have some pretty simple gear on this aircraft. We're going to be going ahead and starting by going to this section right below the nose here, and we want to go ahead and go to the second quartz full block back, and we're going to go ahead and then break the next 2, so you have a total of 3 broken out from the space here. We're going to go ahead and also break these stairs as well on both sides, and we're going to go ahead and replace those stairs with quartz slabs. So quartz top slabs there, just filling that space in. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down a stone brick wall right here, and then we're going to go ahead and fill the space above it with stone brick full blocks for the wheel well. Then we're going to drop down with a birchwood fence post and then a stone brick top slab on the bottom here of that fence post, a block of coal to both sides of that top slab, and we're also going to be using this banner design. It's really simple. It's a white banner, black border, and a black horizontal line through the center of it, and you're going to place that on both sides here of this block, or that block of coal, to go ahead and create the front wheels. We're going to go ahead and then place down a birchwood fence gate coming off this fence post. We're going to open it up toward the fence post, and then a fence gate that's going to go up in that kind of slab area, and we're going to have it opened up toward the front as well. Then we just want to take iron trap doors. We're going to place them on the side here of these quartz slabs, and then using our debug stick here, we're going to go ahead and manually close these along the side here. So go ahead and fix this real quick, and again, we'll close these like that along the side, and you can also use birchwood trapdoors again as your alternative. So just like that, and we have those closed, and that's going to be it for the front gear. Really simple stuff. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on to the rear gear. Moving into our next section here, we have the rear landing gear. For this, we're going to be going ahead and going to the second from last quartz slab. We're going to break that, and then we're going to go ahead and break 2 more slabs in front of it, so you have a space of 3 cut out. We're going to go ahead and break these 3 blocks above it, and we're going to go ahead and place down stone brick blocks in their place like so. We're going to drop down with a stone brick wall. This is going to be followed with 2 birchwood fence posts. We're going to go ahead and skip a space and then place down a stone brick top slab on the bottom here with a anvil like that on top of that stone brick top slab. We're going to go ahead and place down a polished black stone upside down stair to both sides, a stair on top of those stairs, and also 2 stairs on the back of the upside down and normal stair, just like that. We're also going to place down a fence gate that's going to come off this fence post like this, and then we're going to go ahead and go up at an angle here, another fence gate, and then 1 more fence gate that's on the bottom of the stone brick block, which is going to be opened up like that forward, like so, and we're actually going to go ahead and make this fence gate open up toward the back there, like that as well. Or actually, sorry, this fence gate sits on top of this one, opens up like that, and then this one opens up back like that. So that makes sense. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look like that there. We're going to go ahead and then take our quartz stairs, and we're going to place down a line of 3 of quartz upside down stairs on the bottom of these walls, and you're going to do the same thing here to both sides of the build. So just like that, and that right there will basically conclude what we have for the build. The last thing we have here for the wheels is just to go ahead and put these 2 banners, and again, they're really simple. They're black banners. They're going to have a white line on the right side of one banner, a white line on the left side of the other, and then you're just going to go ahead and place down black horizontal lines across the top and bottom of the banner, and that's it. And you just want to place them on the 2 top stairs with the white facing toward each other, and again, this can be done on the sides here, these stairs to both sides. Right there, though, is going to conclude everything we have for the landing gear, and with that, you'll just take that same thing and copy it over to the other side to have the landing gear for the build complete. But that there is going to complete my design here for the de Havilland Canada Dash 8 Q-300. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this build and are able to put good use. If you do use this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be linked from the side on this build to a link to my channel or video if it says brand social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on. Again, a big special thanks to Fazzies for going ahead and commissioning this build, and if you are interested in commissioning a build for yourself, feel free to send me an email at garrett2x4@gmail.com to go ahead and inquire about doing that. With that, though, that's going to do it for this tutorial. Hope you guys do enjoy the build, and with that, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Garrett2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.